Welcome to my scrunchie tutorial. This is the absolute easiest way to make one, in my opinion, and no fancy equipment needed. What you'll need is fabric, scissors, thread, pins, a safety pin and elastic. The best fabric is fairly thin woven cotton, what bed sheets are usually made of. So let's begin. You'll need a piece that is 10 centimeters or 4 inches wide. And 65 centimeters or 25.5 inches long. The width and length of the elastic really depends on the thickness of your hair. I will use one that's 7 millimeters wide, which is 1/4 of an inch, and 22 centimeters long, 8.5 inches. Next, we'll turn the fabric right side down and fold from one end about 5 millimeters to 1 centimeter, which is 1/4 of an inch or a little bit more. If you're a beginner, you might want to use pins at this point, but it's not necessary. Fold the fabric in half so that the front side goes hidden in between. You can use as many pins as you need. A little tip how to sew a straight line easily. Most sewing machines have these lines with the measurements marked. That's the distance from the needle. I like a really narrow seam allowance on scrunchies, so I chose to use this line on the foot instead. It's about 7 millimeters away from the needle. Whichever line you choose, just keep your eyes on it and keep the edge of the fabric running along that line. Now it's time to sew. Do a few reverse stitches at the start, then sew to the other end. And again a few reverse stitches. I forgot my scissors. Did you know that many sewing machines have a thread cutter? I never use mine, so I struggle. Next thing we need is the safety pin. Attach it to the end. Then put it inside the tube and slide it through. Be careful not to gather too much fabric, otherwise it can be difficult to turn. Now let's grab the safety pin again and attach it to the elastic. Then slide it inside the tube. I usually just grab the other end and hold it, but it's easier if you pin it down. Slide the safety pin all the way through. When you get to the end, carefully detach the safety pin and hold tight on the elastic. Then remove the pin that holds the other end. I find that it's way easier and faster to tie the ends together instead of sewing, and I've never had a problem with the knot. Just make sure it's super tight. Move the knot a bit further inside the tube. Next, we'll put the unfinished end inside the folded end. Make sure the elastic is at the bottom. You can pin it if you need to. Before sewing, check that the edges are on top of each other. Try to sew really close to the edge, about 2 millimeters. Basically as close as you can get. Remember to reverse in the beginning and the end of the seam. Now we're all done. Was it easy? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, subscribe to my channel and share this video.